Alright, well, welcome back to Breath of Fire. Today, we have finally rebuilt the house. Nice. Welcome home, Ryu! What do you think? Nice. Built our room over here. Oh, he's just gonna say that, and he won't actually let you in. But yeah, we have rebuilt Nero's little town, and we've escorted Ray here. Your friends are these three people? Bo standing outside, and this old gentleman. I'm just an old man. There's another big guy named Rand upstairs. Hey Nina, you want to look around? We're gonna go over there. Sten, come with us. I don't think you need to convince Sten to go with pretty girls. The person that is blessed will be given St. Eva's Providence, and that person will be able to use Renew. So yeah, I think I mentioned this in the previous episode, but if you save everyone in the well, Ray will teach one person in your party the spell Renew, which is I believe a 70% chance of reviving someone with a little HP. Like, it's either 1 or 50%, I don't remember which. I think it might just be with 1 HP, but, you know, it's your revival spell, gonna be pretty good. If you save almost everyone, like if you just miss 1 or 2 people, but you get the vast majority of people, then he will teach you Cure, or Cure 2, I believe, which heals 100 points in damage. Now, here's the thing, please discuss it and decide. So, here's the thing. We have a limited pool of people we can teach this to. Nina is mostly an attack mage. Sten is probably the person who's going to be needing getting cured and renewed. Kat has 0 AP to be able to use these spells, and Rand already learns both of those spells. And he also doesn't have much AP. Bo also already learns both of those spells. Because he's your main healer in the game. So I usually go with either Nina or Sten, just because Nina has a bunch of AP, and Sten you use a surprisingly lot in this game. I think for this playthrough, I think I'm gonna give it to Sten. You're gonna give me some of your magic? That's fabulous. But that would be like giving magic to a monkey. Yeah, he is a monkey. Is that so? Will this person have magic powers? But I'm much better at attack magic. What? Magic? You're gonna give me magic? Nah, I don't need it. By the way, this place is looking very nice. Yeah, so no one actually wants the magic. They all give you the argument as to why you shouldn't give it to them. And this building is gonna be your main, like, base of operations. It has 3 floors with 3 rooms each. 1 for each person in the party, really. And here's Rand's room. Yo, you're home! What do you think of the house? Huh? You'll give me magic? So give it to me. Take whatever's offered to me. That's my policy. Yeah, so Rand's the only person so far who's just like, yeah, sure, why not? Unfortunately, he already learns that spell, so it's not really very useful to give it to him. And I don't think we actually can give it to Bo right now, but I'm not sure. Magic. If I have magic, it'll come in handy when we go on our journey together. Yeah, but again, he also already learns it. You can also just teach it to Ryu, which isn't always a bad idea. Ryu will learn Cure 2 on his own, but he will not learn Renew. And Ryu is always on your party, so there's a pretty good case for giving it to him. And right now he is kind of my healer, because well, actually no, I think at this point I can start taking Rand with me instead if I want to. But I think I'm going to give it to Sten this playthrough. Yeah, so you can choose between which 6 people you want to give it to. I think I'm going to give it to Sten this time, just because he has an okay amount of AP, and you use him a surprisingly lot in this game. Sten is a pretty good just all-arounder. Alright, cool. So now that we've done that, everyone's now up in their own rooms, and you can go and talk to them at any point in the story, and they give you different dialogue depending on where you are in the story. The woman thief went west, right? Hurry and find her, please. And now that everything's built, every time you come here, your current party will go to the back room where you can talk to them and they tell you about where you are and what you're doing. This house feels like a secret hideaway. It's so exciting. You're so generous to build a room for me. Yeah. And you can also come and talk to Nero. Isn't it grand? You can change your buddies in the party here, who will let you change out who you want to be in your current party. Now, you will know that unlike the previous game, if someone is not in your party, they do not gain experience, which is pretty rough. Now, there do come points in the game where I'm going to need... trying to think of who I want to be in my party right now. Where the hell am I going? That's where I'm going. Okay, I'm gonna take Rand. You know what? I'll just take these three with me. That means I won't be able to hunt, which is unfortunate, but Rand needs some XP, and he's actually a healer. So, set these guys to defense, and I'll just auto-order them. Yeah, sure, why not? Again, I don't know if doing any of the order or whatever actually matters, but why not? Alright, cool. So, we're now in a weird point where, in order to progress any further, we now have to go back to Capitan. So we save Capitan, we have to come all the way back here, and then we have to go back to Capitan, which means you actually have to have Sten in your party because he's the only person that can take you across. So, I'll meet you guys back at Capitan. Alright, we're finally back at Capitan, or whatever it's called. Oh. So, we have an exciting lass here. We're just gonna skip that, because I think we can. Why would a demon come to a village like this? It's terrible, really terrible. Yeah, it is. The boat's not returned since it picked up a woman who looked like a bat. Alright, so yeah. Okay, we can't actually continue forward, which is unfortunate. However, we do have a new person here, standing outside of the inn. Hello. Oh, mister, do you want to play with me? Please, I'll be in trouble if I don't take someone. Excuse me, anyone. I'll have to, borrow him for a bit. So we're being forcibly taken away to an undisclosed location. What? What are you so nervous about? Do you know why you're here? No. Hey, Sona, did you explain everything to the boy? Well, I couldn't. Do you think anyone would come with me? If I told them we needed a guinea pig? You flirted to bring him here. It's deplorable. It's okay. And you'll help me by being a guinea pig. Granny, you'll scare him if you talk like that. And she pushes me against the wall. It's okay. Doesn't hurt at all. We're experimenting uniting. You and I become one. And then you know the rest. I think I'm too young for this. Uniting means we combine the various powers that we shamans have with another person's powers. It's not something that anyone can do. In order to join, you also need to have some power. So yeah. Sana is a fire shaman. And in this game, there are various shamans across the world. And by utilizing their power, you can boost up your characters and sometimes turn them into different forms. Kind of like in the first game, Karn could turn into those super forms. Different characters can turn into different things using the power of the shamans. Not everyone is compatible with every kind of shaman. For example, Ryu is not compatible at all with shamans. What is this power? It's too strong. So, through the power of the fire shaman, we resurrected the power of the dragon in Ryu. And burned down the entire forest as well as the house. Who would have imagined that you had the power of the dragon? When we tried to join, I was driven off. The power of the dragon was too strong. Our shaman power is worthless against it. But I'm surprised that it still exists. Our house is gone. No problem, no problem. Who cares about that? We have the power of the dragon with us now. Huh? Why are you leaving? I pulled out the power of the dragon from within you. I think we've said power of the dragon too many times in this episode. Now I know what it's going to be titled. You have to give us at least a new house. We don't ask for much. Just a soft bed, roomy bath, loft, hardwood floors, room for joining experiments. Alright, so we're now out here by ourselves, but we now have magic! Well, we already had magic, but now we have transformations. So your transformations in this game are different from the previous game, and I'm gonna see if I can get into a battle just to show them off and hopefully not die in said battle. Yeah, I should be fine here. So, unlike in the previous game, the transformations, no matter what transformation you use, it will use all of your AP. 100% of it. And if you are missing some AP, like if I had used Cure and I had 14 AP instead of 18 AP, it would just use the 14 and you could still do the transformation, but it would be severely reduced in power. Full max AP bar gives you maximum power, and anything less than that gives you less power. I think one of these guys at least is weak to lightning. Yeah, and so, again, the puppies, or the, like, mini dragons, the dragonlings, the dragon whelps, whatever you want to call them, are single target, but do a lot of damage. And I'm hoping I can get some counterattacks here, because otherwise this battle's going to take me a little while. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Ryu's fine. The main thing I was concerned about was damage, but Ryu counters everything. So we can show off some his new magic here. So instead of transforming into a dragon, it's more like you summon them. You use up all of your AP, you summon forth the dragon for a single attack, and then they disappear. And then in order to summon them again, you have to restore your AP and then do the thing again. So you can't spam it as well as you could in the previous game. Oh, alright, cool. So they just take me back here again. Oh, this is a great house. What? What do you want? Move out of the way, Tubby! Poor Bo. Hey, Ryu, what is that? Are you hitting on the old lady? Why do you assume I'm hitting on the old lady? Give them the house. Give our room to that granny? I worked really hard to build our room. Well, apparently Granny likes it. But we do need the room for joining. Hey, carpenter, can you make us one? Granny, I am not a carpenter. Besides, that's my room. I want to redo the house. Go call a carpenter. You did a wonderful job, Mr. Carpenter. Well, yeah, well, I'm not... Ah! I think Bo's given up. Wonder what's wrong with the carpenter? Yeah, sorry, bud. It's not fair. It was my room. You must have a good reason for it. Yeah, sorry, buddy. So we had to give up our special little house. Oh, one thing I have not mentioned yet. As soon as you walk through this door, you get full healed. So yeah, already back at full health and AP and everything you get. So that's really convenient. Unfortunately, I now have to go once again back over to Capitan, or whatever it's called, to go get a carpenter and tell them to come here to restore the village. Oh, and this is also nice. You can also change your party at any save point. Or at any dragon god statue. You can't do it. I don't think you can change your party at, like, the Churches of St. Eva. Also, once you enter the screen, you actually have to select your party. You can't just cancel out. But that's a good thing to note. So I think I'm just gonna pop over back to Capitan again. See you guys in a sec. Alright, we're back at Capitan. Now, I pointed out the very first time we came here that we had 3 different styles of houses. And now that's important because that means we can get 3 different styles of carpenters that live here. And the different carpenters do different things. Now, the treehouse carpenter gives you, I believe he is the one that allows you to, actually I think he opens a bar? I believe he opens a bar where you can get stats about the game. Like how many times you run away, how many battles you've been in, how many times you've died, all that kind of cool stuff. He just tells you stats about the game. If you go get the carpenter from this style of house, then they will open up, that carpenter will let you play a game in which you can use your Tollens, which is the only way to use the Tollens, to win some prizes and equipment. However, none of those prizes and equipment are like best stuff in the game, so you really don't miss anything out on getting them. You can usually just buy better things. Whereas this style of house, their carpenter, his wife, will cook things for you. Now, it is pretty widely accepted that this carpenter is the most useful of all of them. Oh yeah, I already looted all this stuff. Also, I believe this is the carpenter with the kid that went in the well in the first place. If there's anything I can do, please don't hesitate to let me know. What? You want me to build you a house? Yeah, so you can ask all 3 of them if they... but you can only choose one, and once you choose them, you're stuck with them forever. This guy's the most widely accepted as being the most useful, because cooking allows you to get very, very interesting things. All I have to do is go to that village, build a house like the old lady wants, leave it to me. Alright, cool. So now he is gonna go build stuff. And we can just leave him to it. But through cooking, we are able to get items that you otherwise would not be able to get very easily in the game, including things that give you permanent stat boosts, like those luck potions or whatever from the first game. You can get those through cooking. It's a little meticulous, but you can do it. So I'm gonna go with that one. But I think we've probably been going a little bit long enough on this one. It's taken forever to backtrack to and from Capitan repeatedly. But we can finally progress, and we will head off to the next area tomorrow, and some more Breath of Fire.